Hey, out of respect for people's schedules, I'm going to get us started. I'm calling the meeting to order at 6:31 p.m. This is Chairman Mike McCoo for the School Building Committee of the Town of Willington on November 21st, 2023. Um, we will first, what? Does someone call me? Okay, I'll keep on going. First, we'll go to present to speak. Is there anyone who is present to speak? Okay, moving on to chairman's report. I'll keep it brief. We are at the 11th hour and 59th minute here. It has been a bit of a bumpy road, but it also has been a very important process for our town. We didn't necessarily end up where a lot of us expected we would end up, but I think each member should keep in mind that they contributed something very important to the community, and the work we did was not in vain. We learned a lot and we've documented a lot, and that will inform the town in the future. Everyone should keep contributing. Hang on, let's get Justin in here. Justin, can you hear us yet? Justin, you there?
I'm here. Sorry, I had tried to get my microphone to work.
That's all right. I just was doing the chairperson's report. I'll back up a line here and catch you up. So we are at the end of a bumpy road. We didn't end up necessarily most of us expected to end, but I hope that each member knows they contributed something important to the town and the work was not in vain. The work that has been done here will inform the town in the future. And I hope that people continue to contribute to the town, whether it's this conversation or in other ways. And I want to say thank you to every member. I am speaking humbly as the chair right now, but we had other chairpersons and we also are representatives of the town. So again, humbly, I'll thank you for all of those people. And we will move on to our next item of business. And that is communications. Do we have anything left for communications other than, I
Nothing came
suppose,
in.
getting this report out, right?
Um,
Go ahead.
did you want Phil and I to work on an article for the Willington Wire for the next edition? And it would also give us a chance to post the report for the public. We could put a link to the report so anyone who wanted to read it could read it. Also, maybe we could post it on the website so people could read it that way also. I think it's important for us to get it out so everybody has the opportunity to read it if they'd like.
I think that's a very good idea. Other people's thoughts on that?
I think putting the report out on the website is a good thing. I don't know that any additional work by the communications committee is necessary because it would be, it could be not necessarily a unanimous or not necessarily have unanimous support of the committee unless we meet after they formulate what they want to say in Willington word.
Perhaps they could just keep it to something factual. On this date, the committee finalized its report and has released it to the town in hopes that it informs the public or something to that effect.
That's fine, as long as we keep it to that.
Anne, you're muted.
And that the committee has been disbanded or
The
No
committee
longer
will not
meeting.
be meeting any longer.
Right.
Yeah, it seems,
Yeah,
and I
and
asked this question at the Board of Selectmen again last night, we don't really have the ability to disband ourselves. Nor does the Board of Selectmen or the Board of Education. To officially disband would take an action of the townspeople. But the typical way these are handled is the committee just stops meeting, and then after a certain time, it's considered defunct.
So we should present it that the committee is no longer meeting, period.
Yes, I
Okay.
think that's the right thing to say.
yeah, and Mike, just to close the loop with the Willington Wire, I don't know if we've done that already by telling the Willington Wire folks that we're no longer meeting, but maybe we could duplicate that communication in there.
Yes, I think that's exactly what Ian's talking about, is we would do it there as well as on the website.
Yeah.
And I would send an email, presuming we authorize during the old business item, and that we authorize the final report and authorize me to sign it on behalf of the committee. That's the exact same message that would be in my email when I send it to the Board of Ed and the Board of Selectmen, would essentially be that we have agreed to, this is the complete report. It's our final product, and that the committee does not plan to meet any longer, and believes that they have completed every task on the charge that they were able to complete per the community's direction. All right, so if there are no objections to any of that, we'll move on to old business final report. There were a couple of minor edits made, Ralph. Phil, after I talked to you on the phone to better understand your comment from the last meeting, Phil and I made a slight edit to the list, that comment about the contiguous properties. I think we captured what you were trying to say, that we had not looked at two smaller parcels that were adjacent to each other that could have potentially been combined.
Okay.
Right, that was the point you were trying to make, right?
Yeah, and I was specifically thinking of the two parcels in particular that I know were under same ownership. But it doesn't necessarily need to be under same ownership if we're talking
Correct.
contiguous properties.
Correct. So that's what the comment reads now, is
Okay.
looking at adjacent properties that might together do the job. And we didn't even speak to ownership, because you're right. It could be two people next to each other who are both willing to sell or donate or whatever.
Right.
Okay. Did we have, I'm trying to do emails on the screen here while I'm looking at the thing. Did we have other comments? Catherine, I think you had a couple comments on the report. I'm just trying to get back to your email here.
Yeah, it was very simple, just adding dates on the enrollment spreadsheet, and then also on the, there was another one. There was another study that we did. I didn't see any dates of when they had taken place, so very minor.
Okay. I'm scrolling through the emails back to you right now. Phil, you don't have that handy, do you? Okay, never mind, I've got Catherine's email right here. Okay. Creation dates added to the appendix attachment, ed spec and enrollment study. And then, Phil, are you available to answer if that is easily done? If Phil doesn't answer, he's in an area with bad coverage.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
make
he's doing it right now.
Okay. See, I keep changing
He's that
screens.
good.
Oh, look at that. There it is on the screen.
I'll add both those in.
Thank you, Phil. Okay, do we have any other comments? Did I catch everyone's feedback on the report?
Mike, other than those edits, we're still dealing with the same version that we last saw.
Correct. The version that you saw at the last meeting is only altered by the edits we've discussed tonight.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, and I think we might have found like a missing period or something like that, just a cleanup of a punctuation or something,
Gotcha. Okay,
but no changes in any content or anything.
very good.
We changed the date on the front of the report too, from October to November.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
I hope we don't hit December.
No. We're not even going to hit later this week. Okay, any other comments on edits to the report?
I have nothing.
Okay. I believe we did accept. Did we accept the final report the last meeting after I left, or did we not accept it?
We did as a draft. I believe.
Okay. Okay. So maybe what we should do is have a new motion to accept it with those final edits. I move that we accept the final report as edited tonight and authorize the chairman to sign the report and release it. I think-
Friendly, or I second it, but a friendly amendment to just add the date of the report.
11/21.
2023. Yes, I'll accept that friendly amendment of the date of the report being 11/21/23. Any other discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please wave, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Catherine says aye.
Okay, 7 ayes. Thank you. All right, motion passes unanimously. All right, new business minutes. I will point out, in addition to the list of minutes you got, Ralph had contacted me, noticing that because we didn't have a quorum on November 1st, there is an agenda floating out there in the documented world that has no minutes. So I will just make up a couple of lines, basically the header of a meeting minutes, and I'll have the town clerk post that as meeting was canceled due to lack of quorum. It's not really minutes, but what it does is it closes the loop
Right.
for the open agenda. And that way, if someone's looking later and saying what happened at this meeting, there's a record that nothing happened at that meeting.
Exactly, Mike. That always annoyed me that you'd have a meeting, no quorum, and nothing to record the fact there wasn't a quorum.
Right. So this will resolve the question. Okay, so I'll get some motions going so we can get to discussion. I move we accept the minutes of March 15th.
Before anybody seconds that, since I can't technically talk.
You are
Following the fact. On page 5 of that thing, there's a typo. Part D, it says OPM RFV, should be RFP and RFQ.
okay.
And now I'll shut up and go approve these. Thank you.
You do not need to shut up. You are invited to contribute as ex officio or whatever we're calling it.
Yeah.
James, don't feel bad. I had a couple comments too, and Mike, I emailed them to you. I don't know if you had a chance to look.
I'm looking at them right now. Phil, are you able
One
to
of them
track
is
these
exactly
edits?
what.
You don't necessarily need to make the edits. All you need to do is accept the changes because those minutes have already been posted at the town meeting
That's right.
in the town. So all you need to do is accept those changes in this meeting, and that will be reflected in the minutes from this meeting.
Gotcha. That's correct. Okay. Thank you for that reminder.
When will we approve the minutes of this meeting?
I tried to figure that out, and that is a circle. That is a spiral that you can never close. Because
Okay.
you'd have to have another meeting, create another set of minutes.
And then we'd have to have more minutes.
So they would live on in infamy, I guess.
Well, can we approve them via email?
No, because that would be an action, which would be like a meeting. We're just gonna walk away.
That's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Um,
an open equation, right?
It's like anything in algebra. I don't know the answer.
Continuous loop.
Okay, so March 15th, are there any other edits on March 15th? Catherine, you had commented, I believe, on that same item, right?
Yes, I did. Yeah. And I think there was one other item there.
Yeah, I'm back on your email here, so hang on.
We should memorialize what that other item is.
I'm looking through her comments right now.
Okay.
So everyone hang in there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have access at the moment, but
Okay, Catherine, you were suggesting to spell out the words RFQ and RFP instead of using the abbreviations.
yeah. Right.
And you also wanted your name spelled correctly? Very picky.
Yeah, if it's not too much to ask, that would be great.
Okay, so
And-
I'll say these out loud so that we know what we're talking about here. Stand by, everyone. So, in addition to the edit that Jim Marshall brought up, page 3, RFQ is short for request for qualifications. Page 5, again, spell out RFP and RFQ and correct in paragraph E the spelling of Catherine's name. Page 6, correct the spelling of Superintendent Stevens' name. And spell out in paragraph C, FOI indicates freedom of information. And that is it for March 15th. Any other discussion on accepting those as corrected? All right. All those in favor say aye and wave so I can see you.
Aye.
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 Aye. All right, that looks unanimous to me. Okay, I move to accept the minutes of April 5th.
I'll second that.
Right. Any additions or corrections?
Gonna be a recurring theme for you all, but Peter Tanaka's name is spelled 15 different ways. You can just check the present to speak. It's this one, the next minutes, the minutes after that. Page 1, Peter Tanka, and then Mr. Tanaka was corrected after the fact.
Also, last page, Mark Macinda. We have him as Vicinda. Last paragraph, last page.
Okay, any other corrections? All right, so we'll vote on those minutes as corrected. All those in favor, say aye and wave.
Aye.
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 Looks unanimous, I believe. Any objections? Okay. That's April 5th. I move to accept the minutes of April 19th.
Mike, I have one correction on, did you say April or August?
April 19th right now.
Okay, I take that back.
I
Sorry.
see your correction for August coming up.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Second.
Second, thank you. Any additions, corrections for the 19th of April?
Same comment. Peter Tanaka is spelled wrong on page one, present to speak. You're welcome, Peter. I know you're not listening.
But even though you're not here, we're sticking up for you.
I have a question on the last page, Mike.
Go ahead.
Alan Anderson, 28 Birch Meadow Lane. Two problems. I can't find an Alan Anderson and I can't find a 28 Birch Meadow Lane.
Wait a minute. I live on Birch Meadow Lane. I believe it is, and I'm blanking, my neighbor across the street. He's in the runoff.
John?
Christensen.
Arthur.
Arthur Christensen, thank you.
He's 14. He's the previous paragraph.
I don't think, what was the number that you said?
28.
28?
Birch Meadow Lane isn't long enough to have a 28.
No. And we don't have.
Could he be from another town?
Good question.
Ashford,
But-
maybe?
I think the only way we get that correct would be to go back and review the
Video, yeah.
video again. And hope that we can.
I don't know if it's critical, Mike, but
Is
So
it maybe Alan Ayers?
He's timber.
well, I thought that too, but yeah, I don't think he lives on Birch Meadow.
But that's a good suggestion, Brianna.
I'm checking that now. He lives at 38, not 48. Well, that's not a clear answer either, is it?
Maybe the best thing to do, if it's necessary, is to check the video and see.
So maybe we can accept them knowing that well, there's really nowhere to correct it other than the minutes of this meeting.
I think all you need to do is just say you don't know who that person is. And it wasn't accurate and leave it at that.
Okay.
Hang
All
on,
right. What?
April 19th,
Yeah, we're on April 19th.
present to speak.
Yes.
It was after Peter Tanaka.
Very
That-
last present to speak.
Yep, Alan Ayers, something about the Fryer report.
No,
Okay.
Ralph, you
his comment basically had to do with discussion about present to speak.
Yeah, that's not right.
okay, so I think what we should do is just acknowledge that that piece of information is not correct and we don't know what the who the actual speaker was.
Fair enough.
All those in favor of accepting as noted, say aye, wave your
Aye.
hand.
Aye.
Right.
Mike, I'm gonna abstain. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine. So hang on, let me just make note.
I was on vacation that week.
Okay, and then I think we had Pete was I, Ann was I, Brianna was I, Ralph was I, Justin was I, and I was I. Okay, so we're gonna call that a roll call. Okay,
I'm gonna jump in on that because I listened to the video. It's too
Yep.
late now. It is Alan Ayers.
it is Alan Ayers.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah. No. Mhm.
So, this meeting's record will note that that was Alan Ayers and the address of 28 Timber is, I'm sorry, 28. Oh,
Birch
no,
Meadow.
no,
Birch Meadow is.
Birch
incorrect.
Meadow is incorrect. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Jim.
Problem. Technology, ain't it wonderful?
Yeah.
Especially
Okay.
if you know how to use it well.
I move that we accept the minutes of June 21st.
I second.
All
Catherine.
right. Additions, corrections, comments on those minutes. By the way, I'd like to thank you for looking more carefully than I did because I didn't pick these things up. Seeing no comments, all those in favor of June 21st, wave and say aye.
Hi, Catherine.
All right. Thank you. I move that we accept the minutes of August 16th. And once we get a second, Catherine, I'm looking at.
I'll second.
Thank you, Ralph. There was a date error. They are dated as 8/19, which is a Saturday. They should have been 8/16. Phil and I did get, well, Phil caught that, I think, earlier this week. Do we have any other?
I had the same correction.
The date, okay. Catherine, I'm just opening your notes. Did you have anything other than the date being incorrect? Let's see.
I think I did. I think I had a couple comments.
Okay, I'm reading
let
it
me just-
now. Page 2.
Yeah.
In the paragraph, Catherine Vivero said that the audience would be the Board of Selectmen at the report should address the items in the charge and summarize what they worked on and completed the charge. The minutes say how. Catherine says the word should be what they worked on, which I agree.
Okay, Mike, move up a couple paragraphs there. Artulis said, in second sentence, said the table should be taken out and that the ad specs, I think it was ed specs, and just for the sake of formality, I think that should be capitalized because it is a document.
Okay, duly noted. That is also on page 2.
Correct.
Okay. Next.
Same thing, third paragraph, page 5.
Okay, hang on. Page 4, Catherine said,
Rowing.
yes, Catherine said it is important to have a group that is rowing in the same direction. The minutes say growing. Either
Yeah, we don't,
could work.
we don't, yes. Yeah.
All right, duly noted. Ralph, on page 5, where are you?
Third paragraph,
Ralph Toulis stated.
last sentence.
Oh, yes.
Ad
It says
spec.
ad spec. That should be corrected to ed spec and capitalized.
And last page. I don't know who
Okay.
made that motion for adjournment, but it was me, I think.
Motion made by Ralph Tookus to adjourn the meeting. All right, so duly noted, that should be Toulis.
Well, it took us as a connotation that I prefer not to get into.
Correct. Any other additions or corrections for August 16th? All right. Let's vote. All in favor, say aye and wave so I can see you.
Aye.
Bye.
All right. That
Aye.
is unanimous. Thank you. Let's move on to, I move we accept the minutes of September 20th. Any additions, or how about a second?
Sec-
Catherine seconded,
Second,
all right.
Catherine.
How many, any additions, corrections, comments?
I have nothing, Mike.
And nobody else seems to have anything. All right, all those in favor, say aye and wave.
Aye.
Uh,
All right, that passes unanimously. Acknowledging November 1st, I will issue a canceled notice. And moving on to November 6th, I move we accept the minutes of November 6th. Anne is seconding. All right, comments?
Trying to pull that one up, Mike. I don't have it up at the moment.
Sweet.
Well, that's the one you ducked out on.
That is the one I left, yes.
You have a second, Mike? Do we have a motion on this? Yeah, okay.
Yes, we have a motion. You see anything, Ralph?
No, nothing jumps out.
All right, I don't see anything either. Okay, all those in favor of accepting November 6th, wave and say aye.
Aye.
Catherine, you on?
aye.
All right, that's unanimous. Thank you. All right, so that's it for minutes. All right, now where did my agenda go? Let's see. Phil, do we have anything left? I've somehow lost my agenda on the screen now.
We just finished the last item under new business, and the only thing left is adjournment.
Okay, thank you all again. This is, I'll say one more time, this is important work, and your contribution over this very long period of time is valuable to the town. And I'm glad we can hand off a report that I certainly hope people will dust off and read. So I guess then we'll just say I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
I will.
And seconded. All right. Everyone say aye if you're in favor and wave goodbye.
Bye.
Everybody, Ben.
Bye.
Thank you all.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Aye.
Good night, all.
Aye. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
7:05 p.m.
Thank you, Phil.